You've guessed it! Today's cooking demo video will be teaching you how to make steamed rice rolls. There are many variations of this dish throughout the Southeast Asian countries that use different meat fillings and rice wrapper batter, but in this video, we will be focusing on creating the Vietnamese version of steamed rice rolls, or known as bánh Cuon. In the next 6 minutes, we will be walking through the 4 main stages of creating this dish. We will start off making the batter of the steam roll, followed by the meat filling, the dipping sauce, and finally, cooking and rolling the rice wrappers with the filling. Right, let's start with stage 1, making the batter of the steam roll wrapper. The ingredients that you will need to make this batter is 1 medium mixing bowl, 1 tablespoon of cooking oil, a utensil that can mix the batter together like a whisk, fork, or spatula, 4 cups of room temperature water, and 1 bag of steamed rice roll flour that can be found at your local Asian supermarket. All of this will take you about an hour to cook. With this recipe, you will make about 20 to 24 steam rolls, which can feed about 4 to 6 people. The first step to making the batter is pouring the bag of steamed rice flour in a medium-sized bowl. Add 4 cups of room temperature water and 1 tablespoon of oil. You will then mix all of the ingredients together with your whisk or spatula until the flour is completely dissolved. Set this aside for 15 minutes to sit, and while we wait, we will move on to the next stage. In stage 2, we will make the meat filling. Ingredients that you will need are 1 pound of grounded pork, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 cup of earwood fungus, 1 cup of chopped green onions, half a cup of parsley or cilantro, and salt and black pepper for additional seasoning. Place 1 medium-sized skillet on the stove on medium-high heat and add at least 1 tablespoon of oil. You will then add your grounded pork on the skillet and cook for about a good 5 minutes until it's almost evenly cooked. Do note, the grounded pork will become very chunky and will stick to the bottom of the pan, so to prevent this, you will need to constantly stir and chop down on those large pieces into smaller sizes with your spatula. Alright, so after 5 minutes, this is what it will look like. There's a little pink, but not to worry because we will continue to cook it. This is the best time to add our other ingredients to the pan. You will add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 cup of earwood fungus, half a cup of green onions, and make sure to save the other half for garnish at the end, and half a cup of parsley or cilantro. Mix all of the ingredients together for another 5 minutes on the same heat and continue to chop down on those larger pieces as needed. As you can see, there's a lot of water content from the grounded pork here, so the trick is to continue to cook it until it evaporates. This will make the grounded pork a lot crispier and flavorful to consume. After a couple of minutes, you can see that the water content has reduced. You can also hear this change as well by how crispy the grounded pork is frying on the pan. I also want to quickly show you that I'm a messy cook, so don't feel bad if food is all over the place. It happens and will always be part of the process. You will cook for another minute and then set it aside in a bowl as we move on to the next stage. In stage 3, we will make the dipping sauce to add a bit of spice to the bland rice wrapper and saltiness of the meat filling. Ingredients you will need in a small sauce bowl is 1 cup of water, 3 tablespoons of fish sauce, 1 teaspoon of sugar and lemon juice, and 2 tablespoons of pepper flakes. Mix all of the ingredients together. Do feel free to adjust each ingredient to your desired taste. We will then move to our last and final stage for this recipe. We've made it! We're on the last stage of the cooking demo. This is the fun stage because we will be steaming and rolling the rice wrappers and of course eating it very soon. So what you want to do is grab that bowl of batter that we made earlier in the video because it's ready to be steamed. Stir it a couple more times because the ingredients will separate itself. You will need to stir every 2 to 3 wrappers that you steam. On a medium-sized pan over medium heat, spray a bit of cooking oil so that it won't stick onto the bottom of the pan, and add 2 spoons of the batter or until it's spread evenly on the pan. Cover the pan with the lid for about 30 seconds to steam. The rice wrapper is now steamed. Remove the lid and lift the pan off the stove. Flip the pan over as quickly as you can so that the rice wrapper will flop onto the plate gracefully. Add 2 tablespoons of meat fillings on top of the wrapper and start rolling. Set the finished steam rolls on a separate plate when you do serve. We will repeat this process several times again by adding oil spray, stirring the batter, placing 2 spoons of batter on the pan, add the lid to steam for 30 seconds, remove the lid, flip the wrapper, add the filling, and roll away. You'll do this for about another 20-24 rolls or until we run out of batter. After an hour of cooking this, we are ready to serve. Feel free to add a few green onions, saved from earlier, for a simple garnish. Other optional toppings are cilantro, sliced boiled meatballs, as I have here, fried garlic, sliced cucumbers, peanuts, and more. It is endless. Most importantly, don't forget the dipping sauce we made earlier. I will be pouring mine on my plate and eating it almost like a salad, but feel free to also eat it with your hands. I'm going to quickly dig in here so that you can see what it looks like inside, as there are many delicious layers happening. So there you have it, the finishing look of the Vietnamese steamed rice rolls. This is a very light and flavorful dish that you and your family will enjoy as a main course or snack or appetizers. For those of you who are cooking along with the video, I hope this was an easy process to follow. It definitely will take several tries to get it right, and when you do, the feeling is like landing on the moon. Thank you for watching. Please stay safe and be well.
Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long way. We knew we'd get there someday.